Dear Grace, if you're listening to this, it means you're listening to this. And it means that I put it up. Put almost everything up. I'm not sure if this one's going to work because it's strictly walk and talk. I don't know if I can do that or not yet. It's a sunny day at the park. I realized, Grace, you're the Schrodinger's cat of this podcast. Or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So either you exist or you don't. And nobody will know until you open the box. Busy park, lots of traffic today. I'm already thinking this is going to be way worse than the other ones. However. However, I made a promise to myself, so I'll keep going. This is the second recording of the day, so that's why I'm not sure it'll work. I've got no news. And without the news, it's just pure ramble. Although, to be fair, I'm not ranting, so it's not bad. And if this is a continuation from the last podcast, you'll be happy or unhappy to know that I found a bunch of cunty Canadian cop videos and being jerks. So it's not unique to the US. And maybe the RCMP can, send a memo around. It's not too much to ask. Or maybe they're listening to this podcast. If they are, smarten the fuck up. Got some people in front of me. I'm going to let them walk because I don't want to talk when they're right up their backsides. Although, to be fair, I'm basically just down here on talking to my phone anyways, so nobody really fucking knows. I should have got all we really need is a DNA scanner and take that, hook that up to Tabitha, and then we know for sure that whoever using the phone is the proper person and all that data is valid. you whip one of those up, Grace? I'm sure there's got to be a way. Everyone's always going on and on about vibrations. So DNA must have a vibration. So why doesn't someone build a vibration detector that can detect it? Are they lazy or what? There are a ton of squirrels at this park. This isn't the normal park I go to. And they're all moochers. Because people feed them. Which I don't really care. I just always forget to bring them food. This is mostly audio only. But we'll see. Definitely no video worth watching yet, Grace. So if you're only listening, keep listening. I'll try and be nicer and inform you when there's something worthwhile to see or listen to. But the good news is, if I don't pause this, is it'll probably only be the second time I've been able to record this standing without sitting down. Why? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you know any other languages, Grace, but maybe we can pick up some conversations. Maybe this just be a podcast to me, you hearing my feet walking, me breathing hard. But that matched with my GPS records proves where I was, when I was. Local temperature can say how hot it was, how much sun. You follow the path I take at the time I take it. You should be able to calculate how much sun is on that path, where, when, and how. Humidity in the air is probably being measured. Get that data. Number of times I clear my throat. That data. Maybe I've got a sore throat and don't even know it. I don't, but well, I'm sure that was Russian, but anyways, there's so much. I'm so scared of their data being leaked. Oh my god. Most of the data means nothing. Ni- 99% means nothing to anyone else. And the 1% that does mean something to them is probably just going to be used to blackmail you. And I realize that's what everyone's afraid of. But maybe they should be more afraid of why they have anything to hide in the first place. Plus, sometimes a memory of a past relationship isn't accurate. Or even in the middle of a relationship isn't accurate. Sure, you've been in an argument and they've said, you did this or you did that or blah 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 blah. You're like, no, I didn't. Or I didn't do it that often. Or I don't remember doing it. Pretty sure that's Chinese. And no, I'm not a racist. But if both partners trusted the system, trusted Tabitha, then she could intervene and say, yep, David, you say that every fucking day. Or, no, Grace, he did say it a couple of times, but not as often as you're recalling. Which maybe is a sign of dementia. Do you have dementia, Grace? I have short-term dementia, in the sense of anything that's unimportant to me in the short term and I don't really care about, that I don't necessarily remember. Like how to pronounce someone's name. But that's just repetition, I think. How many times have I said Grace in these episodes, Grace? I'm going to start dumping all this into ChatGPT and creating an entire history of every episode combined. It's going to take a while because I have to cut each episode in half because I don't have a full account on ChatGPT. Feed it in twice, which is a pain in the ass, but I did realize today that if I export the transcript, it also has the name of the people or person that was speaking, which is me. But since Substack's AI thinks I'm 2 to 4 people, what I'll do is rename someone that when I'm reading the news, which is definitely a different pace, and I'm sure that's what it's recognizing. I'll make that news Dave, and then comment Dave, sarcastic Dave, and ranting Dave. And then depending on the episode, that'll all fit in, because those are really the only modes I have. Still looking for funny Dave. It's around here somewhere. But 5 personalities might be a bit to manage. Might be a bit too much to manage. Stick with 4. Until you show up, Grace. Then they'll collapse down to 1. Hopefully. Look at how much you can tell just from the audio. Grace, I don't know if you can hear the tennis balls being whacked in the background. I think it would have made a good spy, Grace. I suppose maybe I still could. Age doesn't really matter in the spying game. Maybe the CIA or CSIS or NSA, if one of them are listening, you got some job openings, let me know. Or maybe one of those organizations could stop wasting their money on what they're doing and help me develop Tabitha instead. And then AI, via Tabitha's data, can figure out what the CIA and NSA and CSIS and all those other fucking organizations are trying to find out. But it could be programmed so that only under imminent threat would the system provide proper authorities, not necessarily CIA, but proper authorities, the information they need to go start an investigation. I'm not saying AI could do the whole thing, but AI with kind of access to the kind of information I'm talking about, which is basically everything about your entire fucking life, except your thoughts. That kind of information could almost pinpoint it for the police. And or yeah, that's good enough. Minutes in, that felt like about a 30-minute walk. Clearly, I'm not out of shape, I'm just out of time. Alright, we'll do a little video, Grace. You can hear the trains in the background. Same train, different location. Very green. Actually looks more green on screen than it does in real life. else, Grace? I liked the previous episode, Grace. I think it's ready to be shared now. This entire podcast. To anyone that will listen. Besides you, Grace. Can you imagine one day, Grace, that both of us would be talking like this to each other, recorded, published, released, sent? I'm going to start counting how many people have a smile on their face. That'll probably last about 10 minutes, we'll see. So far, one smile, one no smile. If it matters, the woman was smiling and the man was not. And yes, they look like a couple. But maybe a stalk. Give them the benefit of the doubt, Grace. And I know I'm saying Grace a lot today, Grace, but when I'm walking, it seems to come out. Man, no smile. Biker with a creepy mustache, no smile. Fat guy on the bench with his belly out of his shirt, no smile. Couple, no smile. Young lady, no smile. Hope you're counting these, Grace. If not, I'll get ChatGPT to do it. Get ChatGPT to do everything now. Until I can write Tabitha. Or some other lazy person does it for me. If I was rich and Aaron Belial wanted a little bit of time off comedy, I'd set him up. I'd hire him, pay him a fortune to write this app. And he's free to do comedy with or without payment. Probably the rest of his life. Always have money from Tabitha. Which makes Tabitha sound a bit like a madam, however. Son and mother talking, so can't tell if they were smiling. Guy not smiling. Jogger breathing hard. Oh wait, applause break, Grace. Jogger breathing hard. Old couple not smiling. Mother and daughter, daughter smiling. Old guy not smiling. Young lady, trying not to say girl anymore. Young lady chewing gum, so it's hard to tell if is that smile under gum or not. This is fascinating, Grace. At least no one can say that these episodes are not unique. Or, I mean, they could, but they'd be wrong. I'm gonna try and not fight with the people in the comments, Grace. But I'm pretty fucking bored right now, so. I welcome the opportunity for 4 hours a day of a couple walking, not smiling, a couple on the bench. I'm gonna say she was almost smiling. Maybe she just had a smiley face. I wonder how many personalities will show up in this podcast. Female jogger. I'm going to put jogger in quotes because she's just barely lifting her feet off the ground. Not smiling. Guy walking the dog, not smiling. Guy looking at his phone, not smiling. Guy on his phone sitting on the bench, not smiling. Getting a lot of people here, Grace. This could get hairy. Got a cute kid alert for you, though. Video, Grace. Couple not smiling, breathing hard. Oh, a nice woodpecker. Beautiful woodpecker being filmed by 3 people. Now 4. See if we can get closer, Grace. Nope. Maybe. Well, his head is red. Is that it? Only 32 minutes to go. How hard could be to stand on stage and talk for 30 more minutes with no fucking material? Maybe I'll just do crowd work, Grace. Probably not. Hello? I am a little surprised that no one really seems that happy. Visually. I'm not saying underneath they aren't just a ball of joy, but 2 of the ladies filming the woodpecker had smiles on their face, so maybe they just need more nature. Teenage girls on swing, smiling, 2 of them. Yeah, there's too many people here to describe them all. Grace. Guy standing by a picnic table, not smiling. I'm not saying everyone should be smiling 24 hours a day, Grace. Just find it interesting. I'm bored while I'm walking, so until you get off your ass and start walking with me, this is what you're gonna get. Grace. lady just said, I want to make Burger King burgers. I agree. Make a Burger King burger at home, or any of that sort of fast food at home. That'd be huge fat, not just normal fat. I'm holding my phone with my right hand, Grace. Can you tell which of my legs is dragging? The right or the left? Do you think AI could tell without a photo? A cute kid and her dad on scooters, both smiling, and what I would say is mom and son walking, both smiling. Guy wearing a black shirt like me, not smiling. Old Asian dude, not smiling, but swinging his arms wildly. So he's got some energy. And then another old couple behind him, not smiling. We've got some role-playing game going on at the park. I'm gonna have to go watch that, Grace. Now you're really getting the full A Day in the Life of Dave experience, aren't you? You ready to run yet? Grace? Looks like some sort of practice. Sit on the bench, Grace. Wouldn't be good to have a heart attack live. I guess you have to practice play fighting. Isn't play fighting by default practicing? When we do this together, Grace, I think we should do it live. I mean live streamed. Live and live streamed. I assume, Grace, you can control your words, thoughts. Very happy Asian couple. Big smiles. I am in an Asian neighborhood, so it's not too surprising, but I really shouldn't be race profiling, but I mean, I don't give a fuck, so who cares? What are they gonna do, cancel me? I think you're better off to just start canceled. I believe you are canceled and always will be. Oh, listen in. There's some video there, Grace. You like that artistic shot? I thought it was pretty good. Anyways, mother and daughter both smiling. two female friends walking together, smiling. Maybe it's just this side of the park, all the smilers are over here. Guy on an e-bike smiling, and a guy on an old 10-speed smiling. And then a lady walking by, contemplative. All these guys are doing are whacking each other with pool noodles. Looks kind of fun. Tattoo guy on a bike, not smiling, but a little angry. Let's see if people with dogs are smiling more. Couple with the dog. Dog is kind of smiling. Ladies talking, guys talking, can't tell. People are smiling at these other people beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, okay. We'll wait for that.
Can I hit you over the head with my noodle, Grace? I got lots of pool noodles. I collect them. There we go. Lady walking fast, listening to something. I wouldn't say smiling, but I'd say intrigued. It may be entertained, but not grinning. Considering I rarely smile, I think it's interesting. I smile after I laugh. I'm gonna keep walking, they're getting loud now. Alright, guy in a pink jacket with his girlfriend, and both intrigued with the role players, whatever you call them. It might work out, Grace, that I get right back to where I started at the completion of this. We'll see. Guy smiling, but she's talking to a pretty Asian girl, so and she was like, "Oh, you know what it's like, Grace." I saw these two earlier. Couple with a baby. They had the baby on the ground. They were really smiling at that baby, and now she's still smiling. He's a little stoic, but a couple, one talking, one not smiling.
Sitting on a floor.
Did you hear that, Grace? Do you think I want to sit on a hard floor? You try lying on the floor. Nothing's private, Grace. There's lots of people that can remember their conversations. It's not unusual. said Tom Jones. Gay looking guy and cute girl on the bench, not smiling. That's how I know he's gay. Because if I was sitting by her, I'd be smiling. Accordion player. Nice little musical break for you, Grace. Okay, I was completely wrong. Back to where I started. That took 41 minutes. So, I need to walk back to the first entrance. It should be about 20 minutes. And then we'll be done with this. Alright, guy smiling. And guess what's beside him? Girl in a hot skirt. Dress, whatever. I'm just saying. Not too many women wear evening wear to the park, but if it puts a smile on his face, why not? That's a good one. Person walking like they're running. Not smiling. Toucan to geese. I don't know if geese can smile, Grace. Little girl and probably her mom and grandma playing in the stream. Can't see their faces, but probably smiling. Lady on bench reading book. Not smiling, but that's probably because most people that read books are into them. And not a lot of people read comedy books. What way is that, Grace? Very nice duck pond here. No fishing. Starting to feel like that To Apri guy. His YouTube channel where he does travel videos, but it's kind of a First Amendment audit. It kind of isn't. A couple holding hands, not smiling, but they also look kind of hot. Not sexy hot, but heat hot. Like It's too fucking hot out here. Let's go find some air conditioning. That's the look I read on their face. I may be wrong. Let's get more racist. Guy on the bench with the turban, looking at his phone. Said a girl, I think. Yeah. She's holding onto his arm. They're looking at his phone. Probably watching porn. I'm absolutely right, Grace. This proves it. Alright, back to the bench where there was a gay guy and a hot girl and he wasn't smiling. Now there's a different hot girl and a different guy who is smiling. So, I'm just saying. And beside them is an older lady who's also smiling, probably listening to the, whatchamacallit, music. Guy with an Nikon camera. Not smiling, looking for something to take a picture of. I'm smiling, Grace, in case you want to know. I thought of something funny that I'm not going to say. Just for me. Young couple smiling. We just had a bad run at first there. Nobody was smiling. To be fair, I was coming sort of out of the park and most of those people are just coming in. So maybe they're getting settled to this new experience of walking outside in the trees. A yawn, Grace. Can you hear a yawn? What kind of useful information could Tabitha get from a yawn? Doesn't necessarily mean I'm tired. Well, I am, but could be low on oxygen. Although if I'm outside, I doubt I'm low on oxygen. But what the fuck do I know? How far can you walk in an hour, Grace? Instead of holding my phone, I should really just get some earbuds and talk. However, I need to practice holding a mic, so that's the way we're going to do it. Luckily, I don't think people are looking at me like I'm looking at them. Most people just take one look and look away. They're not trying to analyze the person's face. Does it make you weird, Grace? I hope you like weird, Grace. It goes along with wacky, which hopefully will blend into wonderful. Alright, two people dressed in all black running. Too far away to see their faces, but very focused and very in sync with their steps. I'm gonna walk by the tennis courts. Guy with a camera, long lens, lumberjack shirt, otherwise known as plaid. Drinking a Pepsi. Basically just spying on everyone in this park today, Grace. But to be fair, I'm not taking their picture, although I could. Fuck privacy. Alright, we're off the crunchy path now. Now I'm going to walk on the spongy sidewalk. Any sound you hear is me not picking up my feet. Otherwise it should be silent. Or sound like an elephant. Mom, dad, and daughter biking, all smiles. Tennis players. A couple are smiling. My feet are getting sore, Grace. If you care. From behind I see a girl in a cute miniskirt and a guy. And I'm just going to say that he's smiling. Racism, sexism, where else can I go to get cancelled? Hockey doesn't interest me. I should get the Canadians to cancel me. Trying to get a video there, Grace. The squishy sidewalk. Shit. Miniskirt girl is right behind me.
So it's okay, we'll get you another one that's identical in every way.
I guess it's not a miniskirt. Did you hear that? He said, I'll get you another one, just like the other one.
And the lid to, the snaps and breaks.
Was I wrong, Grace? Oh, sorry. There's some video there to watch, Grace. Not a miniskirt, but a tight skirt. And they're holding hands. Oh, fucking sweet. They're walking fast, too. Normally I'm the fastest walker, but I think after an hour, my old man bones are feeling it, even though I used to walk for 3 or 4 hours a day quite regularly. Even up to not too long ago. However, every day is different, Grace, and I'm almost at the train station. I'm going to stop this as soon as I get there. Or maybe I'll stand under it for a really loud applause break. Just to build up my ego. Oh, here comes the guy in the pink jacket. Can't remember if I said they were smiling or not. I don't think they were, but she seems happier this time, so maybe. Oh yeah, I can see her smile from here. I'm a good 50 feet away. Holding hands again. Who do these people think they are? Alright, fine, they both smiled. Maybe holding hands is the key, Grace. We've got another couple holding hands. Let's see. I was wrong, they weren't holding hands. She was holding his arm, and that might have been a mother and son. Hard to tell with ages these days. I just realized, Grace, that on more than one occasion, I've crossed this street I'm at right now to go into the station, and there's another entrance on this side of the street I'm at. So I don't need to go across the crosswalk and risk my life because it's kind of a blind crosswalk. Not that people wouldn't see me. Alright, Grace, I think we are done. Critiquing an entire park of people for no particular reason other than to kill an hour. Create a podcast episode. Pretend to stand and hold a mic. Ooh, pretty jogger coming here, Grace. But I'm not going to take a look. Yeah, I already did. Alright, Grace. Talk to you tomorrow.